A warm, sunny, beautiful day, and right now in Teller County, they're dealing with this. A new wildfire is burning west of the U.S. Air Force Academy. Firefighters say there's a lot of smoke visible in that area, but a lot of fire crews there as well. They've reacted quickly. People who live south of Woodland Park were briefly told to prepare to evacuate, but first responders called it off in the last half hour. Fortunately, that area isn't seeing dangerous fire weather conditions today, but it will be tomorrow. We'll keep you updated as we learn more.
Other headlines: a Denver man is accused of making racially charged and violent threats against Democratic Colorado Congressman Joe Neguse. Those threats were left in the form of 17 voicemail messages left at the congressman's office last year.
Neguse represents the 2nd District, which includes Boulder, in Congress. He is the only black person ever elected to Congress from Colorado. Michael Kennedy appeared in a Boulder courtroom on a video uplink this afternoon. He was formally charged with stalking and threats and repeated communication, retaliation against an elected official, and bias-motivated crime. 2 of those charges are felonies. According to court documents, Kennedy left 17 voicemail messages at Neguse's office, some containing hateful racial comments and others violent. Although investigators did not find a gun when they searched Kennedy's home, the judge in the case left Kennedy's bail at $50,000 and scheduled a preliminary hearing for May 1st.
Still no sign of a Lakewood man who disappeared 9 days ago. Today, James Montoya's girlfriend is pleading for information that could help find him. 9 News Crime and Justice reporter Matt Jablow is following this story and bringing us some details. Matt.
Alex, Montoya was last seen in the early morning hours of Sunday, April 2nd. His live-in girlfriend says he was kind, thoughtful, and hardworking, and hoped to become a Marine this summer. According to his family, on Saturday night, April 1st, Montoya went by himself to a bar in Lakewood to play pool and hang out, as he often did. His girlfriend says Montoya left the bar around 2 o'clock Sunday morning and about 30 minutes later posted a Snapchat picture of a car in front of a house near Federal and Alameda in Denver. And that appears to be the last time anyone heard from Montoya in the last 9 days.
There's been no signs of him at all, no form of communication with me, his family, his grandparents, and that's just not like him.
His girlfriend says Montoya was a devoted family man who would not have just walked away from his life. Denver police are now investigating. Anyone with information about Montoya's whereabouts is urged to call Denver police. Alex?
Hopefully somebody knows something to solve this crime.
Hoping.
Matt, thanks.
Many more details today about the shooter in Louisville, Kentucky. He bought his gun legally, and it was a targeted attack, according to investigators. The bank shooting left 5 people dead, including the shooter. NBC's Jay Gray sorts through the latest.
Images of horror and heroism. Officers rushing in to confront a mass shooter just minutes after he opened fire inside the Old National Bank in downtown Louisville.
They stopped the threat so other lives could be saved.
Police confirm the 25-year-old shooter was a current bank employee armed with an AR-15 rifle legally purchased just last week. And investigators say he was streaming the massacre live online. Now, a day after the attack, 5 dead, 8 injured, 2, including a police officer, still in critical condition. Louisville becomes the latest city caught in the vicious and sadly familiar cycle of mass shootings in America. A spray of bullets followed by a string of questions, including how and why.
There's only so many times you can walk into a room and tell someone they're not coming home tomorrow.
Raw emotion and grief.
We are despondent.
Quickly giving way to anger and demands for change.
Put those policies in place that put people first. People over guns, kids over guns, public safety over guns.
Words echoed in some form after more than 140 mass shootings this year alone. Words, to this point, many say, without any real action, hollow and empty, like the hearts of those now struggling after the latest attack. Jay Gray, NBC News, Louisville.
About an hour ago, police body camera video was released by the Louisville Police Department. We are choosing not to air it at this point. Tomorrow night, there is a citywide vigil scheduled in Louisville. Lots of counselors are going to be there. They're going to help people who are struggling with the aftermath of the shooting.
We want to let you know there's a regional outage affecting 911 calls in Clear Creek County right now. Deputies tell us they're working with IT folks to fix this, but in the meantime, if there is an emergency, you should call the Clear Creek County dispatch number. That number on your screen, 303-379-2393.
Let's look outside on a terrific Tuesday, a good day for baseball. It's a good day every day for baseball for Kathy. However, today is spectacular.
And we get tacos. When the Rockies win by seven runs, you get free, well, it's going to taco discount at like Taco Bell.
You get
free tacos or something. All I know is the boys were so excited about Taco Tuesday because I think they won 7-4.
Yes.
So
and tonight they play at 6:40.
Yeah, and I'm hungry. Doesn't that sound good?
Yeah, I just wish I could add a margarita with the tacos, but work and all.
Well, because
other things.
It feels like summertime.
Yeah, we should be on a patio.
Right? You guys, we got my forecast high of 84. We may even go warmer than that. We've officially broken the record of 80 degrees that was set back in 1982. And it is just beautiful out here. We got your sunshine. We don't have a lot of wind. We got the blue skies. And it almost feels like maybe, just maybe, could winter really be over? I mean, I don't know. I hope I'm not jinxing it there. But we've got our first record, 84 so far, breaking that old record of 80 set back in 1982. But look at this. We've got almost 90 in Lamar, Pueblo, 86 in Greeley. We have 79 in Grand Junction, 88 in Sterling, 90 in Ray, and the day is not done yet, so these numbers could go warmer. Now, as those winds begin to increase, concerns for high fire danger over the next 48 hours. Red flag warning in red, fire weather watch in kind of the light gray. This will continue tonight, tomorrow, and possibly into early Thursday. Gusty winds to 40 miles per hour are possible as this dominant ridge of high pressure keeps the storm track to the north. Next system approaching is coming at us from the Pacific Northwest. Winds will increase out of the south ahead of it, but we have very little in the way of cloud cover anywhere until late in the day tomorrow. And so mid-80s we dropped 10 degrees around sunset. Coming up in Maine weather, record highs today and tomorrow and maybe even Thursday. We are tracking a Friday storm. I'll tell you who gets rain, who gets snow, but it will be cooler on Friday with a better chance of much needed moisture. And by then we'll be ready.
Right now, US 40 over Berthoud Pass is closed both ways because of a snowslide covering the road. CDOT crews are on the way over there right now. We've got photos from viewers that they sent it to us. Thank you for that. This shows the traffic backed up in this area. We're suggesting taking 40 west to Highway 9, south to I-70 just as an alternative.
A new study shows that rising temperatures is affecting Alaskan rivers flowing through indigenous communities. Researchers at CU Boulder looked at data from over the past 60 years. They found that stream flow in the spring and fall has been increasing because of temperatures getting warmer. That's on top of more snow melt. These changes pose a risk to these areas because indigenous people rely on those rivers to live. And that means they could suffer both cultural and financial losses, and also more dangerous conditions when these rivers are used for transportation and fishing.
It's finally happened. The COVID-19 national emergency is now officially over. President Biden has signed a bill to terminate that emergency. Originally, it was going to end May 11th when a separate public health emergency related to COVID is set to end.
Over the next month and a half, you get a screening for many different health concerns all over the state. We are talking 365 Health ahead.